Career triples. Has not had one since 2023. Of course, Carson Kelly just hit for the cycle. With last one in the American League is the most unbelievable. Benji Molina on the ground out to second base. 2 away. 2001. Olaru does not fit the profile. Maybe as somebody to leg out many triples, but
a little bit up there as well. It's going to take something special. But you saw he knows where he has to hit it to have a chance.
Ball. Fair ball behind the bag at third. Chapman. Strong throw. Arose in the near future. Matt Brash is on his way back. Troy Taylor as well. Regulars in the back end of the bullpen. Each opportunity is a chance to showcase what.
But it does kind of, you know, have you daring to dream when Brash, Santos, and Munoz.
Trevor Gott on his way back as well. Last spring training, but then needed Tommy John. Not sure it would have mattered. Matos in at first base. It's an infield base hit.
Swing and Dylan Moore doing all he can right there on it. Was more towards shortstop. It's hard to get around it so that he could barehand in that situation.
Man on, nobody out for Patrick Bailey. The zone.
Yes, I got to be honest with you. I can't tell if it's a miss or it's.
Matos gets the stolen base. Vargas picks.
Kick by Vargas. There wasn't much that Cal Raleigh was going to be able to do.
One out runner at second base. Koss looks at a strike.
Big hit.
At 0-2.
By Vargas on this slider, and you see Koss up front.
Two outs. Matos at second base. 1-run game of the bottom. Important to take care of Lamont Wade Jr. Wade over 2 with a walk. Up the middle, J.P. Crawford lined up in the perfect spot for it. Safety Commission, always drive sober and wear your seatbelt. We all play a role in keeping our roads safe. Got some Mariners fans sprinkled in amongst the 41,000 here inside Oracle Park. And Tellez are due up first here in the 8th inning. Giants tries to check and goes around for strike 1. Mitch Garver on deck. He will bet over 300 against lefties.
Dan Wilson went to his bench. Left-handed hitters hit just 163 off of Eric.
Let's go back to the very first pitch. See a hitter call time after the first pitch of an at-bat. Lays out and stops it. He's got no throw, and Solano picks up his first knock as a Mariner. It hasn't been that long. Well, that sure feels good to get that first one out of the way.
How you drew it up. Solano, who would have guessed it, would have gotten an infield hit. Chapman doing an excellent job.
Yeah, normally you don't wind up at first base when you hit it into Chapman's glove, but it works out this time.
That more than his four-seam fastball, and Garver's actually a guy that'll hunt the changeup.
Takes in off the plate, 2-0.
Back changeups. He hung the first one, 2-0. He lays off of it.
2-2. High and wide. 96 or 97 mile an hour fastball after another out of this Giants bullpen. They can really. Mariners scored early in this one. Home runs from Julio and hit from Bliss in the 6th inning. Into right field. And a couple of pinch hit base hits from the Mariners.
This one, back-to-back changeups. Then he comes back with a 96-mile-per-hour fastball. He feels just not a lot of movement. He was going to make sure he just put it in play, not change up at the top.
Day off of Hicks for his career as boss. Now Duvall in the background, but Trevino the one getting hot, and Thomas fights the sun a little bit. He's by the bag. First down. Matters. You got Bliss here, then the left-handed bat of J.P. Crawford. We're having a pinch runner here. Master Boney is coming out. Will run for Sullivan's the only guy left on the bench dealing with that sore knee.
Batter against the left-handed pitcher Miller. This really is, you know.
Bliss drove in a run his last at bat. Bliss takes an aggressive swing at it, but Bliss on the ground to Chapman to second. A couple of pinch hit singles to begin the inning, but the Mariners can't cash it. Going a couple of singles to begin the inning, but then a double play ball started by Chapman stifles it.
Maybe put on the bunt, move those runners over to second and third. Instead, he pops up.
For Mariners fans who have made the trip, the Mariners are trying to avoid the 3-game sweep. They trail to figure out the pitch com here for a second. Looks like he's saying it's not working too well. You know, the Mariners today have left 8. They are 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position far this year, and right, that number correlates perfectly with their. And today is no different. 1 for 8 in those opportunities this afternoon in a 1-run game.
The Mariners last season, that was really the thing they struggled with, was his runners on first and second. That's why I was wondering again if we might, you know, see that bunt against left-handed bat or left-handed pitchers historically.
Mike. One and two. EQC Tracer has it as a strike. Two and two still.
Yep, have it right.
Trying to get a swing and miss on that slider down and away, able to spoil it foul. Season surpassing the previous record by former catcher Buster Posey, who authored the contract. He's now the president of baseball operations for the Giants. Boney, who has taken over at third, makes that play cleanly for out number 1. And by your local Buick GMC, see your Northwest GMC dealer. Jung-Hoo Lee, a couple of base hits today, a double and a single.
And he's just been pesky.
Oh-2. This is yet another guide for playing the most games decided by 3 runs or fewer. Lee goes down swinging on a game like 1. And we know this has been the case for the Mariners for years now. The margins are very depending on how far back you want to go. And it's another close one this afternoon. Missed opportunities with runners at second and third, and then you look at that number.
Mariners have just got to do a better job of moving those runners. This is productive outs.
Nobody out for Chap.
Even Cal Raleigh had the lean.
Now Tracer shows it just off the plate. Good. The Astros have won today. The Rangers have won today. Houston for 3. From way behind of that one. The Mariners are. And the Mariners, like every other team, are just trying to find a way to get through the first.
5th foul ball since he went to 3-2.
Bizzardo's 11th pitch to Chapman. And it's on the corner but doesn't get the call. An 11-pitch walk for Chapman. Maybe the Mariners can come back and make a 9th inning comeback and win this game and avoid the sweep. But things have to get the same kind of baseball that they have so far this season against the two teams 7 or 8 games down in last place in the standings before they go on, by the way, the next road trip.
No, well, and they really haven't had an easy schedule, you know, this first part either. I mean, and then you look at Detroit, and Detroit, you know, even they came in winless. The Dodgers were just
so many games at home in April, right? And that's what you're trying to take advantage of, no doubt. Ramos to Mastroboni, over to Bliss, and there is out number 3. A scoreless. Former All-Star closer for the Giants is on to get the final 3 outs here. J.P. Crawford taking inside for ball 1.
With Doval, lost the closer's job, but they have a lot of confidence in him in these situations.
And we saw Walker yesterday. He's pitched back-to-back games. That's why he's not out there today. Borderline pitch. On the ground out to second. 1 away. Now, there's no question the Mariners are not exactly catching the Giants, to your point, Angie, at a great time. They've gotten off to a blistering start. But this will help. Victor Robles, the tying run, gets aboard. 1 out, 1 on for Julio.
Victor Robles, he is so aggressive, and I love it. On a 0-0, but not for Victor Robles. He jumps on that first pitch and finds a hit into left.
Julio has homered, and did Julio call first base? Julio beats it into the ground, over to first base.
And Julio not really able to allow this ball to travel to really drive it to the right side.
A meeting on the mound in advance of this meeting with Cal Raleigh. He tied the all-time franchise record for most home runs hit by a catcher. They are 1 out away from witnessing a Giants who would have bat left-handed against Doval. So now a right-handed hitter evens the score. Looks like he's got it figured out. Well, you got the right guy running at second base here. There he goes to third. And Robles easily takes.
And Robles is so good at picking. You're the tying run right there. You better be 100% sure that you're going to be safe at third because you're already in.
Now it really won't take much to bring him home. 2 outs. Runners to the backstop if not for Bailey. Down to their final strike, the 2-2. Line pass check was being waved. Now gets to stop sign. Randy Arozarena down to the Mariners.
Randy called strike 2 against him. That was the third time he saw it in that at bat.
Mastroboni the batter. And now it's Cal Raleigh at third. Now the Mariners find a clutch base hit here in the 9th inning. With their backs home. The 2-0. Save for Duvall, who is now trying to get this to the 9th tie. 4. Mastroboni keeps the line moving, and the bases are loaded.
Garver back at the plate, and that was it. Just bad by Garver, where, remember, back-to-back changeups. Then he fought off that 96 situation where they were first and second, no outs.
The Mariners take the lead. Munoz. Bags packed, 2 outs for Mitch Garver. The 1-1. Popped him up. Randy Arozarena with the Mariners down to their final strike. Tied this game up and forced the bottom of the 9th inning, even at 4 in the final game of 3 here in San Francisco. Fans stream Mariners games for just $19.99 a month or free. Gregory Santos is on to work the bottom of the 9th. Has looked very sharp so far. This year as he made all last year. Mariners are without him for the bulk of the season. Bremski leads it off. He had the big hit in this one, a 3-run opposite field home run back in the 4th inning. And needs to adjust something. Four-pitch walk. The tough thing with Santos, obviously very stuffy, right? That speaks for itself. Swing and miss sluts. Not especially a big swing and miss guy.
No, needs one hit off batter in the inning.
But we have seen him when he is right, and we haven't seen much of him in his Mariners career.
Recalibrate quickly, and he'll need to right now.
Yeah, all ball. And a great trade swung by the Mariners to acquire him and bring him to Seattle. Missed nearly